It's all tightened and ready to go for the next couple of months. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am coming today to talk about my retightening appointment. I am 2 months in, pretty much right at around about 8 or 9 weeks into my journey. So I'm going to call this my 2-month update. I'm pretty much on schedule now to get my hair retightened every 2 months. When she first came to do my hair, I wasn't sure of how fast my hair was going to grow, and she said she was just going to do an appointment out about 8 or 9 weeks and look at how much my hair had grown over the period of time, and then determine from there how we would move forward to retightening appointments. So when she came, she said a couple of things. She said, first of all, my hair was doing great, that I was doing a good job of taking care of it and washing it, maintaining it, make sure I'm separating it out. She didn't have to pull too much apart, although she did have to go in and pull some of the roots apart, because just by nature your hair binds together. Even with locks, you do have the times where your hair will lock and bind around each other at the root. Even the strands will sometimes try to bind together if you're not constantly going in there and going through them and kind of keeping the individual sections sectioned off. So that's what's happening. You're kind of popping hairs as you're coming through, but just making sure that they're staying separate from the neighboring lock. So she said I was doing a good job with that. After I wash, I'm very conscious of the fact that I do need to make sure that I continue to do this. So I do that, and I do it all the time. I can't seem to keep my hands out of my hair these days, and I think that's just how it's going to be. Secondly, she said that my hair was growing at a normal rate of growth. Some people's hair grow faster, some grow slower. Mine was growing at a normal rate of growth. From her looking at my head, this is what she determined. I thought my hair grew faster in the back than in the front. So I asked her specifically, did it look like my hair was growing faster in the back than the front? And she told me no. She said it looks like it's growing about even all over. And I'm happy to hear that, because I hate that tail in the back. You guys know I have talked about that tail over and over. I hate that tail in the back. So I'm glad that that is not going to be an issue, or at least not as much of an issue as I thought it was going to be in the beginning. There were some questions about the rotation that she was going to use in order to do my retightening. Now, my retightenings are done by the interlocking method. Interlocking can be done on a 2, a 3, or a 4-point rotation. There's lots of information out there on the internet about that, so I won't go into too much detail about that, but it does change the way the locks look, or has a different outcome depending on the method that you choose. For my hair, she said she was going to be doing a 4-point rotation. I believe that to be because my hair is kinkier in texture, but I'm not sure why. I didn't ask her why. She did say that she was going to do a 4-point rotation on my hair. I will show you all some footage that I took. To start off, my hair was just washed, freshly washed, and that's it. She put some oil on my scalp and went all through the sections. Now, before she came for the appointment, my hair was it was manageable, but it was definitely grown in at the roots, and it was really thick up in the root part. That was definitely going on, and I could tell that it was time to get my hair retightened. It definitely started to bind together more. The couple of weeks right before I got it retightened, it really started to be an issue about it binding all together at the roots, and I really had to kind of work through it to try to make sure that didn't happen. But she did go through and kind of separate it a little bit, put oil through my scalp, all through my scalp, and then kind of just went to town. She started doing the 4-point, I can't even say it. She started doing the 4-point rotation all over my head. She started in the back, she put it in a ponytail at the top. She started in the back and kind of just went one by one. Overall, it took her 3 hours to do it. 3 hours to do it, and I was grateful that it was only 3 hours, because honestly, I was expecting it to be a lot more than that, given the amount of locks I had. 3 hours every 2 months or 2.5 months, I can manage that. That's something I can definitely manage and deal with. My hair in the back, there were some concerns about my own concerns about me cutting the back and feeling like maybe the back was coming unraveled. She told me that the ends of the back are starting to look like they're starting to mat. which means that's the first steps towards the ends locking. So she told me to just leave them. She said if there are some that are really coming unraveled, maybe like a 2/3 of the braid, then just braid it back and keep going. So that was also a relief for me. I thought I was going to have them rebraided all the way down to the end to keep them from going up. And even if I wash it, and I have been washing my hair loose. The last couple of times I washed it, I tried to band it and wash it that way. That kind of works. So I don't know. I'm not sure how I'm going to proceed with that. I may play with that just a little bit, but she told me I didn't have to. So I'm feeling like if I don't have to do extra work, why am I doing extra work? You know, if I don't have to do it, why do it? So I'm going to try it the next time I wash my hair. I'm going to try to do it without the braiding part and the banding part, because if that's an extra step, I'll just as soon leave it out. With that being said, my hair is doing great. I did have a little hiccup, and I want to tell you all about that. I was washing my hair. I put oil on my scalp as she told me to do. She said wash your hair, put oil on it, and after you get finished washing it, oil your scalp, run it through the locks. That's all you need to do. You don't have to necessarily spray it every day and all of that. Spraying every day, you guys know I've talked about that. Spraying every day kind of I like to have it in a braided out or a twist out type of state. So I really like it, like, you know, braided or some sort of wave to it and not just straight. So if I spray it every day, anything that I do to it in that matter is going to be gone within maybe 2 days or 3 days. It's definitely going to be compromised by after the first day of me spraying it. So I try not to spray it that much. She did tell me to put the oil on it. Now I put the oil all over my scalp, ran my hands through it. I promise you guys, I must have put the whole bottle of oil on there. Now mind you, it did not look like a whole bottle of oil. It did not feel like a whole bottle of oil was going on there. But I promise you, when I got done doing my hair and filling my hair, I touched my hair like this and came out. It felt like I could have fried chicken with as much grease as I had on my head. That wasn't going to work. I went out to dinner. I was standing waiting for a table to be had. There was a mirror behind me, and I was standing there. I kid y'all not. I was standing there like this, but my head was kind of leaned back. And the second our head started going back, I was like, ooh, don't do that. You're going to do a little soul glow. You're going to have a little oil ring around the back of that mirror. We do not want to do that. This is a very nice place. You look nice. You do not want to walk around with no grease stain on the back of the mirror from where you just walked off from. That would not go good. The minute I got home from that restaurant, I went right in that shower and washed my hair. Washed it with whatever I could find, the closest shampoo I could find, whatever I could do. I went and washed it and tried to get it all out of my hair. I have found that I don't need a lot of oil on my hair in order for it to be maintained. I don't need like I just don't need a lot. I don't need a lot. I honestly did it for about a week or so with no oil at all. No oil at all. I just washed it and went. Twisted it and like I normally do to wear it and went. And it was fine. So I feel like, again, even when my hair was loose, I had to go about and figure out that less is more. Towards the end of my loose natural journey, I had gotten to the point where I was using much less product than I was using in the beginning. And now that I have locks, we're at the same spot. Less product is better. Less product is better. So I very lightly put oil on my scalp. Very lightly. And that's it. That's the only thing I do. Wash it, put oil, a light amount of oil on my hands, rub it through my hair very lightly on the scalp, and that's it. So I'm going to show you all quickly. Let me take this down. Let me show you all my hair today. I had it in this ponytail because it was just easy, but I will show you all the grid is still, all the parts are still in place. I had some thoughts of should I color my hair or should I not color my hair. I posted a post on Instagram about it to say whether I should color it, that I was thinking about not coloring it anymore. When I got done with the retightening, you could see the gray parts of my hair, and in the video earlier you could see it's all concentrated right here. I don't have much gray hair around the edges or any of that. Most of it is just concentrated to the middle of my head. So with that being said, once she retightened it, it's not as obvious anymore. It's kind of mixed in with the black, so I don't necessarily mind it. So it's not bothering me as much as it was before it was retightened. I'll turn around and show you all the back. And that's it. That's it. So overall, I am still enjoying and loving the process. Let me just put this ponytail back in here. I use these hair hooks. Put these in. That's it. Get the lumps out. I also wanted to add that my hair right now still has all of the braid pattern. If you want to see, I don't know if you can see that, but the braid pattern is still there over my head. It's only been 2 months. We'll see how it goes. The braid pattern doesn't bother me, so we'll see how it goes. It should go away after a while, but it's going to take a long while for that to happen. So I'm just good with how it is. So that's all I have for now. If you guys have any further questions, as always, please leave them in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Talk to you later. Bye.